What's up, guys? I hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to make a little video about my trades recap that I took on Friday and to showcase the amount of opportunities that the market presents us every single day. So let's start from Euro US dollar. And as you can see, we are on 1 hour time frame. And I usually start from understanding what the bias is. And as you can see, we're clearly bearish right now because the price prints lower highs and lower lows. And going into this week, I was anticipating buys into the zone that has created this breakout structure. So now we should find the order block, and as you can see, our order block is the last up candle before the down move. But since the next two candles are within the range of this bullish candle, we can refine it to this candle. But what I usually do is that I find the order block on 1 hour and then I refine it on 15 minutes. So here the situation is pretty similar. Here is our last bullish candle before the down move. But since the next candle is within the range, I refine it to this candle, and this is our 15-minute refined order block. So you're probably wondering, why am I not refining it to this candle right here? Because this is the last candle before the impulsive move to the downside. So the reason why is that because we have already come into this area, we printed two equal highs, and we pretty much mitigated this order block. So what I anticipate the price to do is that it comes back up, sweeps this liquidity, comes into our order block there, sorry for these bad drawings, and continues down. So as I said that, we can refine it to 15 minutes. And then I would like to see the price closer. And as you can see, what we have done is that we broken this swing low, and this was the move that broke this low impulsively, and as we can see, the price has come back to mitigate this order block. But the problem is that it didn't really print a lower low, rather than it printed a equal low. So this means now that this high is now weak because as I said, it didn't really succeed in printing a lower low. So we expect this low to be impulsively broken, and as you can see, it happened. So right now we can even get our order block because we broke this point of structure here. And now we are waiting for the price to come into this zone and then go higher. We can sell into this zone, but I didn't really do that because the time is 7 p.m. plus. It's not really my trading time. So let's play the price forward. And as you can see, it started ranging, so really kind of not effective, to trade that price. And it finally comes into our zone, mitigates to the T. So as I said, we can put our buy limit order, and the price a bit below that week. this week, or our order block, just to, yeah. And we want to see the price go into this zone, but since the market is fractal, I went down to look what's about this high. So as we know, there is liquidity above the highs and the lows and below the lows. But if you look to the left, we actually have a order block. We have this order block that is valid because it broke impulsively at this point of structure. And multiple demand zones here and here. So that's why the profit, the take profit would have been here. I didn't really take this trade because it was 1 in the night, but it is still possible. You can just put the buy limit order, as I said. So let's see what the price does. Price started ranging because it's Asian session now. So there is a Frankfurt open at 8, but as you can see, the price has already, hit our take profit, and then, as I said, it mitigated this supply level. So this was pre-London, pre-Frankfurt, and as you can see, there is a little demand area, which is valid because it broke this structural point. And what is even more important is that we have tons of liquidity above the order block itself. And as we know, Asian range or Asian session creates tons of liquidity. So that's why our order block is even more valid. So yeah, so now we expect the price to come lower into this area. I even can go to 1 minute time frame. So what I want to do now, and what I was looking for, is that it prints high, mitigates the demand, fails to print another higher high, breaks the demand, and then returns to the origin, to the order block. So as you can see, it didn't really print it, and here is a break of structure. Sorry for bad drawings, but yeah. So let play the price forward, and as you can see, we have this demand here. What I want is a candle closure below this point. As you can see, we did really close below even this high here. Now I want to see this demand got broken. There is no demand here because there was no break of structure in here. So this one adds to our confidence as liquidity that should be swept. So we play the price forward, and as you can see, we range a bit, and then we impulsively break the structure. And at this point, I set my sell limit order in here in 15% of the order block, and I usually do stop loss at least 1.5 pips, and take profit was 10 pips or so. As I said, the consequence of this trade is that we failed to print a higher high. Liquidity here, demand got taken out, which created new supply, and now we just wait the price to come back in our zone to tag us in, and then looking for the continuation. So the price started ranging and creating liquidity that was taken out, and now we get perfectly tagged in. Let me make it clear, and let's see what happens. We're in a bit drawdown, but then the price does its thing and gets to the take profit. It mitigates the demand that is still in control, kind of. And at this point, I was not looking for scaling or for further sells, because even though we have this, supply, what's up? I don't really look for sales from here, just because what we're trying to do is we're trying to trade into, we're trying to trade into this area, so we're kind of bullish. So what happens next is that this supply probably gets demolished, which creates another demand that is not likely to play out a role in this situation because the price is too far away from that. And now we started ranging, which is a perfect scenario for us to look for the initiation, because we accumulate the liquidity on both sides. So what we want to do is to see an initiation out, and as you can see, we receive this initiation out, we break this range, and we can mark out where the move has originated from. Here. So we, as I said, we can put buy limit order just on the top of the order block, and our target is 1.5 pips at least, so we have a room to breathe. And I didn't take this trade, but I usually put the take profit at the equilibrium, and it is somewhere here, right like this. So let's see what the price does. It's a 1 to 13 RR trade. As you can see, the price tags us in. It's kind of wide demand, so let's make it a bit shorter. And then what we see is the price spikes to the downside. As I said, I didn't really take this trade, so just for the sake of learning, this trade is awesome. We hit our take profit, and we finally come into the zone of where we start to look for sales. So what we want to see when the price comes into the zone, we want to see a slowing momentum. We want to see the demand that is going to dry out. For that to see, we want to go to 1 minute time frame. I just wanted, to speed it up. So up to this point, we have still our demand get respected. As you can see here and here, got respect. But what's the most recent swing high is here. So as you can see, this demand has failed to print a new higher high. Has failed to do so. So now we see, and the price retraces back, and now it is not a demand zone. It is more of a liquidity to target, and this is our demand zone right now, which in this case, once again, is a weak low because it really didn't it didn't really print the higher high, but then as you can see, it gets wicked and broken here. And then we see a reaction and our swing low gets wicked, which for me was a sweep of liquidity. And now I anticipate that this demand that created a substructure break here and a change of character here is a new lower low that got wicked. Let's make it to the down, not top, bottom, and here it is a change of character. So now we want to see this demand get broken, and as you see, it happens so, and now we can see that it has reacted from something. So I usually ask myself, what did it react from? And the answer to that is this demand area right here, which caused the break of this structural point. It's really important here that you pay attention to how did the demand respond. So there is no candle closure below the demand, it has only wicked it. So it's really important to understand that it didn't really break this demand up to this point. So there is no reason to sell either from here, either from here or from here, because demand is still in control right now. So if we do so, we are probably gonna get swept just because our extreme supply is here. And if we look below it, there is a great double top. which is liquidity for us that we want to be that we want to get swept. So at this point, I set my limit order, sell limit order, as I said, 1.5, and then to take profit, as I said, this is in case this demand doesn't print a higher high, it is weak. So let's see. And as you can see, we got perfectly tapped in. We really failed to get above this high. So as I said, this is now a weak low. And to take profit, I am actually watching it on 3 minutes. So we had this little pause in market, but the clearest area for me is this demand zone, which caused the break of structure of this high and created the bullish lag to our higher time frame supply zone. So we put our target here. Let's wait. Let's get to 1 minute or so, and then let's see what the price does. And as you can see, it comes to this zone right here and then bounces back up. So at this point, I already have ended my day and I was not in the charts. I was not looking for potential scaling from this point here, which is likely to happen. Let's see. And we count that wick, so it's going to be 3 pip stop loss. So let's see what happens. We get tagged in. We see a great reaction, but then we break this low and we react from, I guess it's 50%. Yep, we react from 50% almost of this candle. So let's see whether it's going to be a break-even trade. So we now print a lower low by wicking it, which is for me a sweep of liquidity because look at the reaction. Next candle is really huge. So at this point, if I took this trade, I would put my stop loss somewhere here. Just the wrong color here. Now let's see what the price action does. Look, so we then, let me get this away. We have this supply zone that gets mitigated, and then the newly created demand that broke the substructure that is better seen on seconds time frame here. Break the substructure, and now we can see that the demand is in control because it breaks. Yep, it breaks the supply, and we are taken out of this trade with plus 1.5, which is all right. You don't win them all. And then, yep, the price comes back into the order block. So the wicks are simply order blocks on the lower time frames. So we can be looking for buys from these order blocks up to even this zone, this high. So let me show it to you. We can put it from here just below the order block and target this high, this high. Now, why didn't I take it up to this high right here? Is because this high, as I said, failed to print in U lower low. So this one is a weak high. So let's see what the price does. It comes back. As you can see, it's a demand to supply to demand. And then we mitigate our demand once again. We take the liquidity out and then, oops, sorry. Whatever. Let's play it out. Let's do it this way. And as you can see, we almost hit our take profit. I mean, this situation can happen, but it is almost 1 to 5 trade. And, just for the sake of this, we can manually exit on 4RR, not a big deal. And then we can see the price started some kind of ranging or what. And at this point I was not in front of charts, so I don't really know what happens next, but yeah, we're just ranging right now. So yeah, I hope this video was really informative for you and you have got better with understanding how the price moves and how and why does the price move. It is my first video, so I hope you liked it. The feedback from those who have watched it will be much appreciated. So yeah, thanks for watching and I hope you have a very good day.